Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another match preview, this time Swansea City versus Oxford United in the Sky Bet Championship. This Saturday 3 PM kickoff at the Swansea.com Stadium. Yeah, we're off the back of a very frustrating 3-2 defeat to West Bromwich Albion away from home. I did obviously attend that game. Had a really good start to the game, scored 2 goals early on. Managed to keep it 2-0 at half time, and then I was thinking, we obviously should win the game, but then I knew as soon as we came back in the second half and West Brom scored that first goal and pulled it back. I think we all just knew what was coming, and very frustrating, to be honest, because not only the fact we conceded 3 goals and bottled the lead, but that second half display was abysmal. I don't recall us creating anything really. I don't recall us having any shots or anything, but just all round it, a very disappointing performance, bar the first 20 minutes or so. And those 2 goals were both moments of excellence from Vipotnik and Galbraith. So without those, it would have been an even worse performance. But we've got 2 massive games at home now. We've got to go out there and get 6 points. There's no two ways about it. 3 points won't do, 4 points won't do. In our current situation, we need 6 points, especially where we are in the table. Oxford, I think, sit a place above us. Portsmouth sit a place below us. So, they're both games are 6 pointers. You go out and win it, and you're in a much stronger position. You go out and lose, you're in a very an even worse position than you are, and a draw, it doesn't favour either side. So, it is a massive game. Both on Saturday and on Tuesday, but yeah, focus on Saturday first. Try and get that win under our belt. Every game's going to be tough in the Championship. As I said, Oxford are in the same position as us, so they need to win just as we do. So it is a real 6-pointer. As I said, you win the game, and we can try and steer clear a little bit for now until the game on Tuesday. But if we lose, it just piles even more pressure on that Portsmouth game. But reports are suggesting that Martos' staff members are in Swansea. Nothing's been officially announced by the club as of yet. It might be by the time you're seeing this video, but yeah, it'd be good for him to get his staff in, because as much as it's good having the club legends like Leon Britton and Joe Allen around the club, it's hard enough as a new manager coming in from abroad to manage a new club, with his own staff, let alone doing it alone. So I think, it's obviously a good thing that his staff are able to come in, and hopefully that can make a big impact. But it's going to be a tough game against Oxford. There is no easy game in the Championship, and the way we're playing at the moment, I don't really fancy us to beat anyone, if I'm honest. I know we've got the capability to do it, but you never know what you never know what the Swans are going to pull out at the moment. But as I said, we need 6 points. That's my opinion on it anyway. And then going on to the injuries and suspensions for both sides. So starting off with the Swans, I think we currently got a fully fit squad to choose from, so we've got no worries or anything like that. So that's one positive, the fact we've got a fully fit squad to choose. And then as for Oxford, they've got a couple of players out injured. They've got Cameron Brannigan with a calf injury. They've also got Spencer with a metatarsal fracture. And they've got Matt Phillips with the thigh injury. So they've got the 3 players out injured. And then moving on to the key players for both sides. So starting off with the Swans, if there's any Oxford fans watching this, I think these are the players you probably need to keep an eye out for from the Swans. First player I'm going to go with is Ethan Galbraith. Got our second goal on the weekend. I think that's 2 in 2 for him now. Being one of our most consistent performers, and if we don't start picking up results and performing, then I can see him moving on. In the summer, to be honest with you, but he is our player at the moment, and he's performing really well. So I'm going to go with Galbraith. Second player I'm going to go with is Vipotnik, who got our other goal. He's been on fire this season. It has slowed down in sort of recent weeks, but the team isn't performing well, so you can't really blame him for not scoring goals. So I'll go with Vipotnik. And the third player I'm going to go with, well, at the moment, um, I'm going to go with Goncalo Franco. I don't think he was great on the weekend, but you know, over a consistent period, I think you've got to go with Franco as a key player. So yeah, they're the three players I'll go with for the Swans. For Oxford, then the players I've identified. Firstly, I'm going to go with Mark Harris. I think he's only scored one goal this season, but well, he gets the right service and the right chances, and he does take them. I think he's a very key player for Oxford, to be honest. So yeah, I'll go with Mark Harris. And the second player I'm going to go with is an ex-Swans player, Plaqueta. I personally thought he was alright at the Swans. He well, his end product lacked a little bit at times, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, I think he is an impactful player, and he's chipped in with a few for Oxford from what I've seen, and he scored against us at the end of last season as well. But yeah, I'll go with him. And the third player I'm going to go with is Tiger Goodrum. I think he's a good player, still very young as well, and definitely someone who can cause problems. So yeah, I'll go with him. And then going on to the team lineup, I'm going to go with again. I don't necessarily think that Martos is going to go for this, but this is just the team that I would like to see. In goals, I'd like to see Lawrence Vigouroux. Right back, Ethan Galbraith. I think Josh Key really needs a rest. I think regardless of how you think he's played this season, I think despite that he does look knackered. So I think he deserves a rest, and I think Ethan Galbraith should play it right back. So yeah, I'll go with Galbraith right back. Left back, Josh Tyman. Two centre backs. I'm gonna have to stick with Cabango and Burgess. I know they've been a little bit shaky recently. I wouldn't mind at all if Kyle and Casey came in to replace either of them, but I think I will still stick with Cabango and Burgess. In the midfield, then I'll go with Marco Stamenic. I'll go with Goncalo Franco, and to be honest, a bit of a surprise one, maybe a bit of a rogue one, but I'd like to see Ji Sung play behind the striker. I think with Galbraith at right back, that frees up another space. Midfield, I think Galbraith and Stamenic are sort of the two midfielders are sort of cement their place in the team most weeks. Franco is a little bit interchangeable, but I think with Galbraith playing right back, as I said, that frees an extra space up in the midfield. So I'd like to see Ji Sung play as a number 10 in behind the striker. I don't think he's necessarily going to go with that, but that's what I'd like to see. And then on the wings, I'd like to see. I'm going to go with Melka Waddell, and I'm going to go with Ronald only because I think Anusa is a lot better off the bench. And then up front, I'm going to go with Zan Vopotnik. That's the team that I'd like to see. I highly doubt he'll go for that, like for like, but that's just personally what I'd like to see. And then lastly, onto a score prediction. I keep trying to be positive, and I keep predicting us to win, and we have to go out there and win. There's no two ways about it. So I'm going to say Swansea City 2, Oxford United 1. To get the goal for Oxford, I'll go with Mark Harris. And to score the goals for the Swans, I'm going to go with Zan Vopotnik because he's on fire this season. And to get the other goal, I'm going to go with Ji Sung. So yeah, 2-1 to the Swans. But yeah, once again, a massive thanks for watching this. I will be back tomorrow with a matchday vlog as usual. So yeah, as I say, massive thanks for watching this, and stay tuned for tomorrow.